Hi, so in this video I'm going to talk about reversing out of small spaces. Now here I've got myself in a space that's too small for me to turn out of. So I'm going to hit the bed, or I'm going to hit the wall, and I've got to reverse out of this space. Now this space could also be a little small room, like a small bathroom, if you go to an inaccessible bathroom at somebody's house, or it could be a dinner table, so there could be a table here, and there could be people walking behind you that you've got to look out for. Speaking of which, it's a good idea to always get a good look around before you reverse. What you don't want to do is hit your elbows on something, or reverse into something like a shoe or something like that that's lying around, because if you do reverse into something small like that, there's a chance you could sort of flip your chair up a little bit, and you don't want that, because A, it scares you, and B, there is a chance you could tip. So you've really got to get a good look around. So there's a few ways you can do this. You can either look under your armpit like this. I've got very limited core strength, so my ability to turn around is limited. So I could sort of grab my chair like this and turn it around, or even in this limited space, I can turn my chair a little bit and have a look behind me, and turn it around again so that I can have a look behind me again. There's lots of things you can do to get a good look around, and it's a good idea to do that first. So I've spotted that there's nothing around, but even when I'm reversing, I'm looking for people walking around. Now, I can be fairly confident about this because I'm alone in the house, but if you're in a place like a restaurant and there's a table and there's people walking, carrying dinners, there's waitresses and things like that, you don't want to reverse into one of those. It'll be really embarrassing. So what you're going to want to do is keep looking around as you're reversing. Now the reversing technique is pretty simple. You start with your hands at the front of the wheel, and you reverse a little bit, drive, and then get just over the top, just to where your backside is, level with your back, and just sort of flick a little bit. You don't want to do this too quickly, because the quicker you do this, the more chance you've got of hitting something. So yeah, try and do this slowly. You won't be doing this very far. I've only got to go the length of the bed, because then once I've done sort of, say, maybe 1 or 2 reverses, I'll give it 2, I can then push on this wheel forwards to then get into this space. Then I can turn it around doing a on-the-spot turn. Now this gives me perfect clearance. I can just move on from here now. Another thing that you can do, just being careful of your feet, is if you reverse and then put more on this wheel but less on this wheel, but pushing on both. So you can reverse, and then you can reverse out, then you can turn and then leave. Now a good thing about this is that it's quicker. I know I'm alone in the house, I know that nobody's going to be walking here, so I can just go from here, making sure that I'm leaning forward as well. There's another important aspect of this, is to lean forward, because if you do hit something or you reverse too quickly, there's a chance you could tip out. So you really minimize that chance by leaning forward before you reverse, or during the reverse. So I'm just going to do this quickly. The idea is that I reverse and then move on. That was quick, right? Wasted no time. So I hope you found these tips helpful, and yeah, thank you for watching.